Tonight, from Oakland, California, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the home team taking on the Washington Commanders.
Well, they love their football in the East Bay, and the NFL is once again returned to Oakland, California. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on our home team. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there was no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Commanders are on the board here first in the season opener. Point after try forthcoming. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Watkins, flush to his right. Got his man complete over the middle. Now a handoff up the middle. Meredith. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. He'll get this down to the 38. So this city and these fans, everybody knows the story. They've lost their football team not once but twice, most recently after the 2019 season. The baseball team, they may very well be leaving town. The basketball team is over in San Francisco now. But what a boost this is, though, to have an NFL team back here in Oakland. And these fans, they could not be more appreciative. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Egyptians respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
That's a great response here in this first quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guys scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown run.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Right at the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Breaks through the contact, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. On first down, Redmond. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Lucas. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll run on first down. Redmond. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Up the middle they go. Redmond. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. These two teams all tied after one. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. So they're able to end.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing on 1st down. Watkins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Second and 10. Off play action. Watkins flushed out right. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw here. Keeps himself upright. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
So out comes Washington's option here following the interception, and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
On 2nd down, Redmond. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. It's good to make it 17-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. Take this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards.
And the Egyptians get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point attempt here still to come. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that drive, 4 plays. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 3rd down, Redmond. And not much room there, so he'll get it up only to about the 21. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
Taken in at the 22. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Man, that is deflating going into the break. You're in a position with a chance to tie the game, but this kick is off the mark, and they're going to remain 3 points down heading into the break.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. So we've reached halftime here in our initials. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half we saw
this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Caught by Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Now a handoff up the middle. Meredith, and able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4. 2nd down and 6 now. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lucas. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10, and he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. He'll look to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Sims. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on set. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Flushed out right. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Here we go, set, yellow, 22, ready, go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's complete. It's Sims.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. 2nd down and 3.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Redmond. And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. From the 25, here's 2nd and 3.
They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sims. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Redmond. Boy, no chance as he was met up 4th. back to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Back to throw now on first down.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Redmond. Bust to 35-yard line. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here.
They'll run again. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash, this from 48. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here's 1st and 10.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
That's into the hands of Marshall.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. That's caught by Meredith right side. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up.
On play action, they'll throw. Man 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Rifling one complete into the hands of Marshall. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know what's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays. And now
and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Here now, second and goal.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So that drive in total 8 plays. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt.
And this will be recovered by Washington, and that should just about do it.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, partner, that'll do it. You know, these week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation. A fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for Washington,
not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.